What is sex? What a stupid question. Everyone knows what sex is? No. Everyone knows how sex works, but only a few seem to actually know what sex really is. All right. Viewed from a basic biological perspective, sex is the act of procreation. This is important and should not be forgotten. With people, however, sex goes beyond this biological function. It is an act of human persons, and we must understand this human, personal dimension of sex in order to understand what human sexuality actually is and what it means. In order to accomplish this, let's start somewhere completely different. Let's start with the following question. What are the different ways to acquire or possess something? Well, for one thing, we can buy something, I can give something, and I get something in return. So, for instance, I give money and get a burger. But, this is important, I only give something if I get something in return. That's how buying works. By the way, buying and trading things really is the same thing. Money was simply invented because it's more practical to carry around bills in your wallet than, say, a pig. Another way of acquiring something is to steal it. Essentially, stealing is taking something against the will of another. Not a very nice way, but some people do it. When I steal something, then I do not care about the other person. The main thing is that I get what I want. The third way to acquire something is to receive it as a gift. Giving is different than the other two ways because when I give a gift, it's not about what I get in return, but rather it's about the good of the other. These are three ways describing how we come to possess things: as something bought, stolen, or as a gift. All other ways of acquiring something are similar and can be reduced to these three basic forms. Good. Let's take these three ways and relate them to human relationships, to sexual relationships. The classic example of buying something in a sexual relationship is prostitution, sex for money. But actually, every relationship heads in this direction if the partners are primarily concerned with their own benefits. It's all about, I'll give you something, but only if you give me something. Such relationships usually end as soon as one of the partners feels that he or she isn't getting anything or not enough, or simply not what he or she wants. Theft in a sexual relationship is equivalent to rape. I take what I want against the will of the other and to the other's detriment. While rape is certainly a most abhorrent example of such a type of relationship, indeed, any relationship heads in this direction if pressure or force are used to make the other submissive. Now, what about the gift? Giving has to do with love. That is no surprise, for we have already established that to love means to will the good for the other, and there's nothing in this definition about what you yourself get out of it. You simply give, and in the case of this relationship, you give nothing other than yourself. These three types describe the ways in which we live and experience relationships and sexuality. It might not always be as clear-cut, and sometimes these three ways are all present in some form, but nevertheless, they constitute the three basic types of relationships. Now, which type of relationship will make a person truly happy? The answer is not that difficult. The first two types of relationships treat the other person like an object that is used. It's all about what I want, what benefits and gratifies me. In the end, the other person doesn't really matter to me. To treat other people like objects is not human, and to be treated like an object definitely does not make us happy. With love, it is different. It's not about me, but about the other person. I perceive the other as a person, as someone with dignity. The other person is not an object that I use, but another self. That is why only love corresponds to the nature of man, and only love can make him happy. What does that mean for sex? Well, Sex should be a genuine expression of this self-giving. Only then is it truly a human act of love. The next episode will try to explain what this means more concretely.